Hi, it's Pucci, and today I'll make dubby chord steps with Medusa and Arturia's 12 effects. Over the last few years, Arturia have been constantly expanding their effect plugin range. It now consists of 15 filters, preamps, compressors, delays, and reverbs, which are available individually and as a bundle. Today I'll make a basic chord step with Medusa and I'll run it through all of Arturia's effects. Let's dive in. I've loaded the initial patch, which is just a sawtooth. And now I'm going to add a second one and tune it up 3 half notes. And a third one, tune that up 5 half notes. Now I'll switch over to the digital oscillators, which are all set to sawtooth waveforms as well. I'll add the first one and pitch it up 7 notes. So now I have a 7th chord. I have 2 digital oscillators left, and I could use the first of them to pitch it down 1 octave. Give the chord more weight, and the second one, pitch it up 1 octave. Now I'll adjust the filter, activate the filter envelope. I've hooked up Medusa to Ableton, so now I can control it through push. And first thing I'll do is record a little MIDI sequence. So now that I have a basic sound and a basic sequence, I'll route the audio from Medusa to a separate channel. The first effect I'll add is pre-1973, an emulation of the Neve 1073 preamp. I mostly use this for voices, but for this sound I can use the built-in EQ section to give the sound a bit more bite. Let's do a before-after. I think it clearly adds a little bit of bite and presence to the sound. Next I'll add filter M12, which is inspired by the filter section of the Oberheim M12 synthesizer. I want to add some chorus, and I'm going with Memory Brigade, which is an emulation of a classic Bucket Brigade delay. I will start with the stereo chorus preset and tweak it to my taste. Next is Delay Tape 201, which is inspired by the classic Roland RE201 Space Echo. Now I'm adding Rev Spring 636, an emulation of the iconic Grampian 636 spring reverb, which was very popular in dub music. Sounds very nice. And finally, I want to add a compressor to glue everything together. I'm choosing the Comp Tube Stay, an emulation of the Gates Stay level from the 50s. Now I can group all the effects to do a before and after. This is how the sound originally sounded. And this is how it sounds now with the effects. Now let's route the dry signal to a second audio track and try some more Arturia effects. Starting with the raw sound again, the first effect I want to add to the chain is the V76, again a preamp. This one inspired by the Telefunken V76 from the 1950s. You can also drive the signal a bit. Subtle, but it adds to the sound. Next in line is the SEM filter inspired by the Oberheim SEM synthesizer module. I'm going with the preset dubby chord sequence. For this one, I'm using the tape to a 1 as chorus. It really becomes like three-dimensional and spacious. And let's use Memory Brigade as a delay this time. Of course, I want some reverb on this track as well, and for this one I'm going with the Rev Plate 140, inspired by the EMT 140 plate reverb. And finally a compressor again to tie everything together and catch the peaks. This time it's the FET 76. Now let's create a third audio track and check out the effects we haven't used yet. As with the other sounds, I'll add a preamp first to shape the sound a bit. This one's called Trident and is taken from the Trident A-range consoles. It's the one plugin from the bundle that I have actually never used, so it's new for me as well. The before and after. Now the filter that's left to use is the filter Mini. I'm gonna use a preset called Pattern. First I'm gonna lower the resonance to make it less annoying. And then there's the Smooth parameter. Makes it sound almost like a wah-wah. Unlike the two other delays in the bundle, Eternity is not inspired by any vintage gear, but is a completely new development by Arturia. I'm just going with a preset called Snare Dub Filter. That sounds pretty dope. And I'll add another plugin that doesn't emulate vintage gear, the Intensity Reverb. I found this nice preset called Reversed Rhythm. I tweaked it a little bit. And finally, of course, a compressor again. This time it's VCA 65, inspired by the DBX 165A. It really helps to push the delay and reverb to the front and to make everything more compact. I'll put everything in a group so we can again make a before and after. Now let's hear all three sounds together. This is sort of the foundation that covers the lows and mids. And this is the part on top that is like the higher mids and a bit of the highs. And this one just adds a few sparkly details in the highs. So now we can add some drums and some bass and we got ourselves a track. And the really cool part is, as the raw sound is still coming directly from Medusa, I can now tweak it. If you enjoyed the sounds that I made with Medusa and Arturia's effects, you can download a sample pack with some of them from my Patreon. My patrons get free downloads with every video, such as songs, stems to make your own remixes, or sample packs like this week. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.